personality creates your personal reality.
Authentic power is when your personality comes to serve the energy of your soul.
The truth is the body is one ecosystem. You can get to the root cause and everything goes away.
Welcome to the Reconditioned podcast, where I use my knowledge and expertise of over a decade in the wellness and transformation world to take a deep dive into what makes us thrive as humans. I'm Lauren Vaknine, leading wellness and transformation coach, and following my remission from the rheumatoid arthritis I'd had for 27 years that left me wheelchair-bound by the age of 18, I created a unique coaching combination, conflating physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of self to create true, long-lasting well-being in all senses of the word. This podcast is one of the many free resources I've created to help you achieve the same. Whether you're suffering from chronic illness, raising children in a world of conflicting information, you're an entrepreneur wanting to step into your purpose, or you simply want to feel empowered and motivated to become the best version of yourself, join me along with expert guests as we uncover the most actionable and tangible ways to recondition ourselves back to wellness. This season of Reconditioned is sponsored by Block Blue Light, the world's leading supplier of blue and artificial light blocking products, including blue light glasses and blue blocking lighting solutions. Blue light blocking products aim to alleviate digital eye strain, improve sleep, and optimize health through mitigating the harmful effects of artificial light from screens and modern lighting. For a 10% discount across the range, visit blockbluelight.co.uk and enter the code Lauren10. Thank you to Block Blue Light. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me once again on the second episode of Rise. And Rise is where I'll be offering life hacks, transformational coaching, and spiritual wisdom to hopefully help you rise. So in the last Rise episode, we spoke about the fundamental thing that makes us happy, which was knowing ourselves. And to flip that, I thought today I'd speak about the cause of the majority of inner suffering. And here it is. And get a pen and paper or your phone and write this down, because you're going to want to have this written down. And it's pretty simple. The cause of all suffering is the idea that I am not enough. And if I say suffering, please just assume that I mean inner suffering, because of course we can't control if someone in our family gets hurt or, other external problems. I am not enough. So let's think about it and really delve into why this is the case. So say you're in an unhappy marriage. What's the reason you stay? You can list a bunch of things like logistics and finances and kids and the rest of it. But essentially, if you're a person who's fully in your worth, you know who you are inside and out, and you know that not only do you deserve the very best, but you know that you can get the very best, then you wouldn't stay. But if you don't think you can get the best and you don't feel like you are the best, then it comes down to I am not enough. And by the way, if you're telling yourself that the reason that you stay is because of the kids, I'd like to ask you this. And of course, as always, this is coming from a place of total compassion, empathy, and no judgment. This is just mindset tools to get us into a different way of thinking, where we change the story we're telling ourselves. So, do you think that the better role model for your children is the parent who stays and is resentful, so that the kids can grow up to say, my parents are still together, or the parent who left in order to make him or herself truly happy? Have a think about that for a moment, because for me, that's healthy modelling. Because children follow what we do, not what we say. So we can tell them to find a better relationship than the one we have, but essentially, they'll follow a familial pattern. You stay because you don't believe you are enough otherwise. And even if you are so tied down by finances that you believe leaving is simply not an option, who told you that? Only you. There are ways, there are always ways. And if you believe in yourself and in your worth enough, you will find those ways. I've actually met many women over the years who have taken extreme or gone to extreme lengths to leave a marriage or an unhappy relationship with children involved as well. And it's not easy. There are ways. I'll actually be doing an episode about unhappy relationships soon, so I will expand on this more. So the next one is career. Let's say you have a dream of opening a business and working for yourself and being geographically independent and financially independent, but you're too scared to leave your 9 to 5. Have a think about why you are scared. Again, we can make all the noise about logistics, but if we believe in our abilities and in our strengths, we have unwavering belief in ourselves, we take that leap. We make some arrangements and we take that leap. The only reason a person doesn't is because they don't believe it will work out. They fear the possibility of failing. And why would we believe we fail? Because we believe I am not enough. The person who knows they're enough knows that failure is opportunity, that it doesn't mean they are not enough. So maybe you're unhappy because you hate your body and you wish you were thinner or taller or shorter or whatever it is. But there are people with the same body shape as you who don't feel that it's an issue. Think about it now. Think about someone you know, because I can think of so many people like this, who has what society would call an unconventional body type, who actually gets ahead in life. Think about why and how they got ahead in life. Unless it's because their parents are really rich and do it all for them, and in that case, they're probably not coming from a place of I am enough, I can guarantee you it's because they don't believe that their body causes them limitations in their happiness. You might not like your body, but the only reason you're so unhappy is because you are telling yourself that your body isn't the right shape. If you begin to change that internal narrative day after day, by doing this inner work and by doing affirmations and meditation and learning how to move into a place of self-love and telling yourself a different story, you begin to shine from within. You walk around with the kind of personal light that lights up a room, and no one looks at the fact that you have love handles or bingo wings or that your stomach isn't flat. You have to wake up and see that it's only you who believes that these things make you not enough. You might not have ever said this out loud or acknowledged that you believe you are not enough, but if how your physical body looks makes you unhappy, it's because you've told yourself that the way your body looks makes you not enough. I apologise about the screaming in the background. There are children in the house. Like I said on the last one, there are always children in the house. So there's nothing I could do about that. So excuse the squeals and the screams, and probably at some point the door knocks as well. So moving back to this. So we've gone through those few examples, but then there's the everyday examples. So where maybe you can't pinpoint why, but you're just unhappy. You're just not in a place where life excites you. You feel unhappy a lot of the time maybe. But if you know you are enough, you don't feel unhappy, because even on down days, it never comes down to I am not enough or it's me. It's just a day where things have gone a bit wrong, but you don't beat yourself up about it. You feel the pain and you can sit with that pain, and that is great to do that. But you find a way through it, because a person who believes in themselves knows that there is always a way through it. So, I am not enough is the cause of most of our suffering. But I bet you're sitting there going, okay, thanks for that, Lauren, but what can I do about it? Well, I'm going to give you the answers right now. The first is change the story. Praise yourself daily, multiple times a day. If you're someone who is in the I am not enough cycle, you no doubt criticize yourself a lot. You might not even know you're doing it, but you're doing it, knocking yourself down with your own internal language. I'm so messed up. I'm a loser. I can't possibly do that. I can't succeed. She could do that. I couldn't do that. You know, even if you do something silly like smash a plate, maybe you say, I'm such an idiot. Guess what? The human brain believes what we tell it. And who is we? The mind and the brain are two different things. Now, if you've never thought about that, ponder on that for a moment. It's a little bit life-changing. The brain is a program. The brain is like a software. It downloads programs from the conditioning around us. But the mind is consciousness, something way bigger than your brain. Because when you hear change your thoughts, well, if it was always just the brain doing that, then why didn't the brain do it? Because the brain is simply a puppet. It listens to what we tell it to listen to. If it had control, we would have found thoughts there. But no scientist or anyone else has ever found a thought in the human brain. So where are they? It's all in our consciousness. And our consciousness is controlling everything. You, the person right now resonating with this, listening to this and thinking, yeah, that's me. You are consciousness. So your mind is separate from your brain, and your mind is the thing that can tell your brain to change this. So knowing that you have the choice to change your inner narrative is transformational stuff. So do me a favour, your exercise from this session, or what I call weekly reflection with my clients, is to actively, consciously change the things you tell yourself. Even if you believe that you're actually fat and ugly, or that you're a loser, or that you're a failure, or you can't leave your marriage, or whatever else it may be, or that you can never be happy, just stop saying it to yourself. Every time a thought like that comes around, replace it with, I am amazing, I am beautiful, I am successful, I am enough. Now, if you've never done affirmations, that might sound a bit strange to you, it might feel a bit strange to you. And let me tell you, that's only because you're not coming from a place of self-love, where you feel that it's totally acceptable to say out loud, I am beautiful, I am successful, I am enough, I am amazing. Now, I want you to do that at least 10 times a day, a very, very minimum. Think about all the other things that take you 20 seconds to do throughout a day, all the other internal narrative that you tell yourself day after day. You can replace that, so at least 10 times a day, and see what happens at the end of 4 weeks, because it takes 21 to 28 days to make or break a habit, to change the mindset. So if you tell yourself something different for up to 4 weeks, your brain will start believing it. Now, this isn't me just kind of making this up. This is neuroscience. This is neuroplasticity. I'm so happy to let you know that the Recondition Your Life Academy is now open. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you'll know that my purpose in life is to guide women back to a place of health, happiness, vitality, and purpose. And that my 3-decade-long journey from disability to remission taught me that the only way to achieve sustainable, core-level results is by integrating the 4 aspects of self: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And that's why I've poured my heart and soul into this program. I've been developing it for 7 months, but really my whole life and everything I have come through, learnt, and taught has led me to this point. Over 12 weeks, I'll be guiding you and a sacred tribe of like-minded, high-vibe women through 12 transformational modules where you, me, and the universe will co-create the sort of life you didn't even realize you could have. We'll do this by learning how to unearth and reprogram subconscious limiting beliefs, heal your inner child, break ancestral patterning, connect to your higher self to get to know who you truly are at a core level, awaken your divine feminine, master the universal laws of abundance, get clarity on your goals, learn the physical fundamentals to staying healthy, be guided in a spiritual practice, and so much more that simply cannot be articulated by words alone. So if you're ready to stop making excuses and start making the changes that will move you into a life of health, happiness, peace, and clarity, just go to laurenvakninecoaching.com/recondition. As a thank you for being a podcast listener, just quote Reconditioned when you sign up, and I'll gift you a free one-to-one coaching session to show my gratitude. The cart will close in a few short weeks and spaces are limited, so make sure you get there soon. All the details are in the show notes. Now back to the episode. And I want to talk about praise for a minute, because praise from other people doesn't actually make a difference. Okay, and this is why we're doing affirmations, and this is why I want to talk about praise, because I'm sure you can think of many celebrities or even people you know who are beautiful and have seemingly perfect lives, with people telling them all the time how wonderful they are, but they still go on to commit suicide or have alcohol or drug problems or fall into bad relationships or whatever else it may be, because they don't actually believe any of the crap that a million people at their concerts and on Instagram are telling them about, you're amazing. If external gratification worked, we'd all be really happy and totally whole after being complimented or after smoking or eating a tub of ice cream. But it doesn't work like that. External gratification does not make us happy. The only gratification that works is the internal gratification we train ourselves into believing. Only by convincing yourself that you are enough will you ever feel enough. Change what you tell yourself about yourself and you will start to feel like enough. And let me tell you, from a place of feeling like you're enough, anything is possible because you become magnetic. So you can also think about things that trigger you. So is it your husband or your partner or your mum or your boss or your kids? A certain comment that comes up or other people's behaviours? Think about what is it in that situation that triggers you. Because the only reason it will affect you deeply is if somehow it comes down to, yep, you've guessed it, I am not enough. And I'll give you an example of this so it makes sense. I harp on all the time about natural health, and for so long I expected that people around me would just listen to me and take my advice. And when they didn't, it almost felt like an affront to me. When I delved, and this took years to get to this point where I wasn't just resentful, I asked, okay, what does it make me feel? Well, I'm upset that they don't trust me enough. And if they don't trust me enough, what does that mean? That I am not an authority enough for them to believe, that they'd rather do what they already know? Okay, so why does that hurt? Well, because if they'd rather listen to someone else than me, it must mean, yep, I am not enough. So when I realised that, I changed the way I approached it. I know I am enough. I know that I'm on this journey for a very specific and important reason. I'm going to carry out my Dharma to help heal and serve humanity. And those who don't believe in what I say don't not believe it because I'm not enough. They don't believe it because it's not their Dharma, it's not their purpose. They're on a different journey. And as soul beings, we all have different journeys, and each one is okay because each one is filling a specific destiny. It has nothing to do with me. So now when someone's in a pickle that I believe I could help with, but they don't want to hear my advice, I just offer them compassion for the situation that they're in and know that the route they will take will be the route they were always meant to take, and that it's nothing to do with me. I send them compassion, I wrap them in white light energy, and I let them fulfill their own journey. And I'm offering this analogy so that you can see that really anything that triggers us comes down to us. We'll be back to the episode really soon, but first a quick word from our sponsors, Block Blue Light. So as a busy mum and entrepreneur, there are days where I have to work into the evening, and this means being at my screen way longer than I'd prefer. So a while back, I invested in a pair of blue light blocking glasses. Now, if you've never heard of blue light blocking, let me give you a quick rundown. Natural blue light from the sun boosts our mood and alertness, but technology has meant that we're now exposed to so much artificial blue light from screens, devices, and all modern lighting, and it's really affecting our health. Artificial blue light disrupts our sleep, interferes with our hormones, and causes digital eye strain, which can lead to long-term eye health issues. Now, I've been wearing my blue light blocking glasses for a while, but it was in the second lockdown when I was homeschooling that I decided to get a pair for my 5-year-old to protect him from the amount of screen time that was required for his learning. And he now wears them anytime he's at a screen and if he's watching TV after dark. We got them from Block Blue Light, who are the world's leading supplier of blue and artificial light blocking products. performance. I chose them above some of the other brands because they're dedicated to delivering the world's most optimal and science-backed blue light glasses and blue blocking lighting solutions like light bulbs. Some benefits you might notice instantly are improved sleep, less headaches, less migraines if you suffer from them, less eye strain, and a genuine boost in your well-being as your body adjusts back to its natural circadian rhythms. And let me tell you, since wearing these glasses, it's the first time in his whole 5 years that my son has slept past 7 a.m. And my most recent revelation with Block Blue Light has been their fit over glasses, because I wear glasses for TV and computer and was finding it hard to wear both. But the fit over glasses are designed to slip right over your normal glasses without any heaviness or strain, so you get the best of both worlds. So to check out all of Block Blue Light's incredible health boosting products, including day and nighttime glasses, blue light blocking light bulbs, and 100% light blocking sleep masks to help you into a deeper sleep, visit blockbluelight.co.uk and use the code Lauren10 for a 10% discount. That's blockbluelight.co.uk and use the code Lauren10. Thank you to Block Blue Light. There are many things really I focus on when it comes to psychological well-being, like, what is your identity? What are the stories you tell yourself? Where is your focus? But hopefully it's easy to see now that they are all umbrellaed under I am not enough. Okay, so that's it for this episode. And as a recap, your exercise, if you want to do it, and I highly recommend you do, is to start noticing the self-criticizing thoughts you tell yourself and be conscious of them. And then change them up, switch them from I'm so fat to I am beautiful, from I am a failure to I am success, from I have nothing to I have everything within me to make the changes I need to succeed, from I'll be single forever to the right person is on their way to me. And based on the law of attraction, which never fails, I know that person will be presented to me when I believe in myself enough. I am enough. Because when we believe we are enough, we become magnetic and everything we want flows to us. That is the basic universal laws. They don't change. Thank you so much for hanging around this far and for listening, guys. I hope it resonated. And if it did, of course, please consider leaving a review on Apple, iTunes, or commenting on my Instagram. And really, if you do this over the next few weeks, these are exercises, please let me know how it feels and how you are faring with it. I'd really love to know. DM me, comment on the post about this specific episode, get in touch, because I like to know. I'm doing this genuinely to put content out there that serves, and I want to know if you guys are being served by this. These are the things that helped me, and so I want it to help you too. So get in touch, let me know how it's going for you, let me know if it resonated, and of course if there's someone you know that you think this could help, please share it for them. That's what all this is for, to reach people who need to hear this so we can help heal humanity and help them rise. Sending lots of love and healing to you all. Thank you so much for choosing to listen to Reconditioned today. I'd be so grateful if you could subscribe and maybe even leave a review if you enjoyed this episode. And better still, if you could share with friends and family who could benefit from the content, that's what I'd really love. I just want us to share the love so that everyone can understand how to use an integrative approach to life and health. For more free resources, visit laurenvaknine.co.uk and laurenvakninecoaching.com.